I was so excited to hear that we had even had one scene together because I was always so excited when Joe was on set. He was such a cool older brother. Even from season 1, it was such a fun day when Joe was on set because he was just so funny. He was so good with us when we were young. He made it very comfy. I found out we were going to do that pretty soon before we started filming because we were already filming the 4th episode of the 2nd season when we didn't really know what was coming after that. And they had a bit of a writing hiatus so that they could figure out what the next few episodes were going to look like before we finished. They cut it pretty close, if I remember correctly, to when we needed to film. I can imagine that was very stressful. And I think that helped because we got to film that stuff before they finished writing the end of the season. And they liked it so much that they knew that they wanted to have it stick around because they could write it pretty much in real time. Just for that season, though. Not usually. They don't usually write the show in real time.
Use the shampoo and the conditioner, and when your hair is damp, it's not wet, okay? When it's damp, you do 4 puffs of the Farrah Fawcett spray.
Farrah Fawcett spray?
I don't think either one of us would have understood the reference to Farrah Fawcett spray. I think that was written by true people who lived through the 80s. That's such a fun monologue. It's actually my favorite scene between us. It's one of my favorite scenes in the show. I think it's really symbolic that they're on the train tracks and like a really cool new journey together and they're at a bit of a crossroads. It feels similarly to the train track scene in the previous season as well when they're looking for the gate when they find that the compasses don't work. It's fun to see 2 characters who seemingly have nothing in common kind of realize that they're in a very similar situation. They're both kind of after their own forms of like unrequited love. And I think it's very funny to see somebody who's so known for being quite successful in the dating department give advice to somebody who has no idea what they're doing. And I think it's very endearing. And nice of Steve to not pick on him in that moment, where he easily could have, and you would have expected him to. I think that scene is part of a reason why we stick around beyond that point, because there was a good amount of chemistry between the 2 characters and with Joe and I there.
You got the job! You got the job!
The handshake, we came up with that on the fly about 15 minutes before because it just says in the script they do a secret handshake. I was like, great, so we got to come up with that. We came up with a quick little backstory. Dustin gave Steve like a nerd rundown of all the things, if we were going to be able to converse well, that I would have definitely, we would have rented Star Wars. I envisioned Steve actually genuinely liking it quite a lot, more so than he would have expected. And that's why we have our little lightsaber moment.